Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be adding a greenhouse to our little Minecraft village here, and I thought I would talk to you about my experiences with antidepressants and mental health. So at the moment I'm taking an antidepressant called fluoxetine, which is often sold under the brand name Prozac, which when I found that out I was quite scared, to be honest, but it actually did turn out to help me quite a lot. But that wasn't the first antidepressant that I was put on. So back in 2017, that's when I got sober from alcohol. I'd been an alcoholic for many years, but that's going to be another video. If you're interested in that side of things, that is, then let me know in the comments and I'll definitely do a video talking about that. Some interesting things happened back then. So my anxiety, which is what I was left with after stopping drinking, that actually started when I was about 14, but I didn't know that it was anxiety back then, and obviously I wasn't drinking back then. I don't really remember the word anxiety being used or mentioned in any way, shape or form back then. By the time I was 17, I was drinking pretty heavily. Like, looking back, it was definitely a lot more than other people in my friends group were drinking. Like, even though they seemed to be drinking quite a lot, I would always be the one that would, be having more. But like I said, I'll definitely do another video on that if you guys are interested. So the initial antidepressant that I was put on was sertraline, and that was 50 milligrams, and that was in October 2017. I took that for, I think, about a month, but during that month there were like multiple ambulances called out, multiple trips to A&E, just because of panic attacks, basically. And I didn't want to take antidepressants. I really didn't want to take them, but one of the paramedics actually said to me, look, you can't obviously keep calling ambulances out all the time, so you really do need to take something. So I ended up just sticking with it, hoping for the best, having a lot of weird side effects, but I think some of that was probably to do with the fact that I wasn't drinking, and I'd put my body through so much with the drinking that it was just adjusting. But I did go back to the doctors and say, I'm getting all of these other like side effects or symptoms or whatever, and they prescribed me diazepam. Not long term, it was, I think, for a week, which actually did seem to help, and it kind of helped the sertraline to sort of settle down a little bit, but not completely. Went back to the doctors again, got given something called amitriptyline, which that completely knocked me out. I was still taking the sertraline at this point. So I think I only took that a couple of times, went back again, and this was a different doctor that I saw, and they gave me something called Zopraclone. I think that's how you say it, and that's actually something that's supposed to help with sleep, but you really don't want to be taking that with sertraline because that makes you tired as well. So, I mean, obviously that didn't work either. So eventually I just kind of got on with it, you know, kind of dealt with all of the side effects. And, you know, I'm not saying any of this to try and put anybody off taking antidepressants. Like, sertraline is supposed to be one of the safest and one of the ones with the least side effects. I mean, they give sertraline to ladies that are pregnant, so it definitely must be one of the safest. I think I was just maybe unlucky, or I don't know. I mean, it definitely did make my life easier. So, you know, that's a good thing. It was just the side effects that I was struggling with. But anyway, it gets to 2022 and I saw a new doctor who was amazing, so supportive. Like, I explained to her about these side effects and stuff, and she said, but, you know, I think it's probably best if we try you on something else. So that's what we did. I slowly came off the sertraline and went on something called, I don't know if I can pronounce this, citalopram. I think that's how you say it, citalopram. That didn't work for me at all. I felt absolutely dreadful on that. But then I went on to the fluoxetine, and things were really bad for the first 2 weeks of taking that. Like, really seriously bad. If you ever get put on this medication, just make sure that you're not on your own. And, you know, I'm not trying to put people off taking antidepressants, but this was hardcore. Again, I'll be happy to go into more detail about that in another video if anybody's interested. But over time, I ended up on the top dosage, which was 60 milligrams. And once my body was used to that, and once I got settled on that, everything was pretty good. I've been on that up to quite recently, where I've started reducing it. I'm now on 30 milligrams, and I'm just really getting a lot of, like, tiredness and dizziness, which just really means that I've just kind of got to take it easy. I've been keeping myself occupied with plenty of gaming, plenty of reading, building Lego as well. That's another little hobby of mine. Very therapeutic and relaxing. The cats have also been amazing, especially Little Biscuit. So antidepressants have definitely helped with my recovery and whatnot. I don't really know what position I'd be in now if I'd have just, like, refused to take them, which I did to start with, because I don't know, I guess I didn't really believe that they could really do anything for me. So if you're experiencing depression or anxiety or any kind of mental health challenge, it's important to reach out, because there is support out there. You know, talk to your GP, and if you're not comfortable with talking to them, then maybe write it all down, like write how you're feeling down, and then just take that note and hand it over to your doctor so they can read it, and then you don't have to actually come out and say it. And, you know, talk to friends, talk to family. You might be surprised at the reaction that you get from them. I mean, I think it's important to remember that mental health problems are a lot easier to talk about in this day and age, whereas before, I don't think people really knew enough about them, you know, about anxiety and depression and other mental health conditions that can cause anxiety and depression. But whatever you do, please don't keep your feelings bottled up. Just remember, you don't have to face any of this alone. There are people who want to help you, so make sure you reach out. I'll leave some helpful links and numbers and stuff in the video description, just in case, just in case. So thanks for listening. I'm going to speed this build up, and I will talk to you again soon. I hope the video's been interesting. I hope it's been helpful to someone, and I hope you all have a good day.